I am lion, not born a king, but built to rule. I am not just an animal. I am a legend carved in golden letters on the pages of nature. You see me and call me the king of the jungle, but that crown, I didn't inherit it. I earned it with blood, sweat, roars, and wounds no one ever saw. I was not born on a throne, I carved it out of struggle and stood upon it with pride. I am strength in silence, strategy in stillness, and storm in motion. I am lion, not just a beast, but a symbol of courage, dignity, and unbreakable will. 1. My birth, when weakness met willpower. My story doesn't begin in glory, it begins in vulnerability. I was born small, frail, and dependent. My eyes couldn't see the jungle, and my legs trembled with fear. But within me was a fire, silent yet fierce. From the moment I breathed my first, I knew survival was not gifted, it was to be fought for. Other cubs played, unaware of the harsh rules of the wild. But I observed. I listened, I waited. While others napped, I watched the winds. While others cried, I trained my claws. My childhood wasn't filled with games, but with lessons, painful, powerful, and personal. That's when I first whispered to myself, you're not ordinary, cub. You're royalty in the making. 2. Hunger, the real teacher of warriors. There's no greater teacher than an empty stomach. I remember nights when the jungle was still, and my belly rumbled louder than thunder. No prey, no food, just hunger, and the will to fight it. Many creatures give up in hunger, I sharpened my instincts. With each failed hunt, I learned timing. With each missed leap, I learned precision. Hunger burned my body, but it forged my soul. Eventually, I didn't just chase my prey, I owned it. I became a hunter not out of power, but out of pain. Hunger taught me to turn desperation into discipline, and that made me unstoppable. 3. Loneliness, the path to inner power. Every king walks alone, not because he lacks followers, but because he doesn't need them. I realized early that the jungle respects solitude. I roamed alone, no pack, no crowd. While others sought company, I sought clarity. In loneliness, I met my real self, raw, wild, unfiltered. I made decisions in silence, battled storms in darkness, and grew in my own shadow. Solitude was not emptiness, it was the echo chamber of my inner strength. You don't become mighty by being surrounded. You become mighty by standing alone, roaring when the world is silent. 4. Power, earned, not flaunted. Strength without control is chaos. I never attacked unless I had to. My power was in my presence, not in my aggression. I mastered patience, waiting still for hours before striking with precision. Power doesn't mean domination, it means respect. I didn't rule with fear, I ruled with grace, with fairness, and with honor. Even the trees trembled when I walked, not because I was violent, but because I was worthy. I never abused my strength. I refined it. I wore power like a crown, visible, yet never misused. 5. Legacy, my roar beyond my breath. I won't live forever, but my roar will. My legacy isn't in the flesh, it's in the inspiration. Young lions look up to me, not just for my strength, but for my story. I leave behind not just footprints but principles. Courage, endurance, self-mastery. Even as age dulls my teeth, my spirit stays unshaken. Because I didn't just live, I led. I didn't just survive, I created a path. I didn't just roar, I inspired silence. That's my true inheritance, a story that will be told under moonlit skies long after I'm gone. Conclusion, the final roar of a true king. I am lion. I wasn't handed my kingdom, I hunted for it, bled for it, and earned every echo of my roar. My journey is not about dominance, it's about dignity. Not about fear, but faith. If you ever feel weak, lost, or alone, remember me. I was once a cub trembling in the shadows, and now I walk with thunder under my feet. Be fierce, be focused, be fearless, be the lion of your own life.